friends, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jen. Today's stamping theme is going to be Witch's Brews. So for the base color, I first applied Candy Mayo 915, and then just on the center portion I applied Candy Mayo 932 to give that iridescent look. Some of these will probably end up being covered, but that's okay because I won't know until they're actually stamped down. So we're going to start with the main image of this, and it is Pretty Fingers by Robin Animal Shops, and it has this witch's shop right here, and this is what I'm going to be naming this theme, so Witch's Brews. So typically, because there are large images and small images, for my nail tips I've been using the large images. Now I typically am using my ice cube stamper for the pickup, and I have to turn it to get the width of the large images, and it typically has taken me a few times each time to pick up the full image. Also, you can use sticky stamping polish, that could help, but I never do this. But I'm actually going to pull in my monocle today. I don't reach for my monocle because it's just so big. It doesn't feel natural to me. Already got polish on me, and it's quite larger than my ice cube. I just prefer my ice cube, but I think for this time I am going to, because it should be able to get that full image. And this time for the pickup I'm going to go to Maniology Straight Up Black B171, because you know guys, I typically use my acorn, but I figured I'm going to do this one today. So I'm going to try to get that polish worked within those fine lines. And sometimes it does take, you know, a lot of polish, and we don't like to waste polish, but sometimes you do have to. I'm going to tilt the scraper up a little bit instead of leaning it down. Let's do it from this direction. Oh, I got all of it except that top corner. So I will do that again and be back. Okay, this one I can work with. I just got to get all the extras off. And the one thing with that black is it is so super messy. It's even went through on the mat here. Alright, I'm going to flip my fold my napkin so it doesn't leak through, hopefully. So now I'm going to go to Maniology plate M510, and we're going to get this little flying witch right here. And y'all know I'm going right back to my ice cube. So also, I'm just going to mention, you know, I know that like when an image doesn't want to pick up for you, it can be frustrating. Sometimes you got to, I'll get that cleaned off in a minute, but sometimes you have to tilt your card lower, sometimes up more, sometimes do it from the opposite direction, sometimes work in the polish in there. I mean, there's like different ways, so try not to be discouraged, and know it's not always you, it's just sometimes just the way the image is, it just needs some help. Or like I had to do to make it work better, pull in a different stamper. Now there's even crazy times that I actually needed to pull in just the exact same ice cube stamper but a different one. I don't know, sometimes it's just crazy like that. Now I'm jumping to Maniology's plate M165, and I'm going to get these two images here. I can get both of these on the same stamper. I'm going to turn it. Now I'm going to Maniology M520, and I get this pumpkin here. It's got the witch hat on there. Also, cleaning off your scraper card if it gets too much polish buildup. That can help a little bit too. Okay, now I'm jumping to Black Cat Stamping, and I believe this was called Halloween Families, or Family, but I don't see it anymore. But I'm gonna go for this one. It's got a little witch girl, and with her big pumpkin cauldron. Oh, that was my bad. It got stuck and I let go of it. Okay, here we go. Sometimes my hands are weird and just like do what they want. Okay, I got it clean off. There it is. But I kid you not, I can be holding on to something and it's so weird. Like it'll just go bloop. It'll just throw something, whatever I'm holding. Oh no, that's crazy. Okay, and I'm gonna get this last image, but I did want to mention. So like this one, I got it towards the bottom. I was wondering if I could fit this other image on this section because sometimes you can. However, I could kind of tell by the image I'm going to get that it's going to end up, this portion will end up touching the plate and it's going to mess up this image. So if you can already tell that, just get you another stamper out if you have it. And that's the one good thing about getting, several stampers is whenever you typically are going to be using several, then that comes in handy. And you can catch them on sale here and there, or just if you already have some, you can get just the refill of just the sticky, or this part, not this part, but that part, if you need that. But we're going to get this one, and this is UberChic Creepy Cute Kawaii. I've been using this one lately. Still has so many cute images. Don't know what all I'm going to be able to get to because I have some others that I'm going to be pushing ahead to. Okay, I'm going to start with this image because we got lots to do. So for the broom, I'm going to go to New Color 997, and I'm also going to mention, if you do start getting frustrated with stamping, just walk away, take a minute, and then come back. Because, stamping should be your time for you and to have fun, be something that's enjoyable. You don't want it to be stressful. So if it starts to be that way, just take a minute and it's okay. I've even had to before. Or if I was working on it for too long and just getting, real tired, I'd just go take a minute, get some water or whatever, and come back to it and be okay. Guess I might as well just do this one with that color too, because if I really get nitpicky and do all kinds of different colors, I'll be here all night. Okay, for the cauldron, I thought this would be fun. Let's do that sparkly color. I used this recently. This is Paparazzi Deep Space. Hoping that it'll show up. Okay, yeah, you can tell it's much more watery looking than that stamping polish. So because of that, that's going to take a second. Okay, so I got some more. Okay, just so you know, I'm going to show that to you in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and jump to this one and do that cauldron in the same color. Now this one has a little fire pit under it, so I have to be careful to not get it on that. It also has something inside of it, so don't want to get it on that portion either. It's a bit difficult because it does have a little bit of a roundness to the top, so I may have to still tidy that up a little bit. Okay, and I added a little bit more just to get it to the opacity I want. So we'll look at these two. Now I could get this one even more opaque if I wanted, but I think once we get it placed, like I mentioned before, it'll typically kind of cover that in for you. Okay, so I've actually just decided to go ahead and take just a little bit because that one was just a little bit too see-through. Just touch it up where I want. Okay, so I'm going to go through for all the pumpkins and use Candy Mayo 957. I am going to try to keep an eye on the watch time for you because there are so many images. It's going to take some time to do these, and that image on the monocle stamper is going to take the longest. So are any of you going trick-or-treating this year with your children or grandchildren or any maybe niece and nephew? So I don't have any little ones. Oh, I bumped the microphone. I'm so sorry. But I used to go trick-or-treating with my kids, and I have two children, a girl and a boy, and it got to where it was like stressful. So like it would be like you would barely get anything, and you'd like keep almost getting run over, no joke. And then sometimes I'd get scared because people would intentionally scare them even though they were little. So we started just like, I know it's not healthy, but going to McDonald's and just letting them get treats, like get a meal, and then just go to the store and let them pick some candy. And then they were just as happy. I mean, they still dressed up, still had a good time. All right, we're back to this one, and for the strap on her hat, let's go to Paparazzi Brought Away. Oh, I forgot a pumpkin on there, but that's okay. I'll just concentrate on that one separately. Now I'm doing the tapping motion because sometimes it helps me to stay within the line better than if I go like that. It just depends. Sometimes I can and sometimes not. I'm going to hop to this one and do the same thing. And this one, because they all have a strap showing. The last one does not. Well, I say last one. I'm not counting the monocle one. So actually this one just had a little bitty tiny square, so I did do that one. Okay, for the hat, I'm going to go to Maybelline Plum Party. It's a pretty color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that with these as well. So can you guys help me stop looking at polish? I don't need any polish. I've been having to be very cautious of trying not to buy, extra stamping plates and things because we all know cost of living. So I've been behaving pretty much so on the plates, but then I like started looking at all these polishes. Now I used to never even look at indie polishes because, I mean, let's be for real, they are expensive. And I have gotten some since I've started doing this, the channel, but only typically because they're very unique colors and that's where they get you. But I keep looking and I'm like, oh, I want that color and that color and that color. I have like all these wish lists, and I've been able to be strong and talk myself out of some of them. And I'll do, like I said, I'll do good, and then I kid you not, end up going back to look at it again. Okay, I'm gonna go to Candy Moyo 941 for her hair. So again, there's some I will cave into, but man, I'm really trying to not. But I was looking at some I saw from Cupcake Polish, and I do not have any from them. And I would look at pictures, and they would be just like any other brand. There'd be different. Like one picture would be so pretty, and another one would be like it barely showed up. So I was so curious. Do any of you have any of their polishes, and what do you think of them? Like the polishes. Also with brands, I don't get into. Let me see if this one's got some hair. We'll go ahead and do that too. I don't. Oh, which one was it, guys? I think it's this one right here. I couldn't find my little hair color pile. I don't really get into paying attention to any kind of a backlash, because I know some brands there's backlash or boycotts, that kind of thing. I just want to like the polish. I don't really fiddle with all of that stuff. So I'm just looking at any brand just as their products, not like any of the stuff. So, but yeah, I haven't tried that brand in particular, so I was just curious. Okay, I'm gonna also go ahead and do her broom in that same color, but I'll do that off camera. So I did just want to mention that and throw that out there because I never knew there was all this kind of different things until I got on here and then got into like the other socials and started seeing things, and it seems like there's always a thing going on. So if I ever am like using something that you might question, please just know I'm just enjoying nail stuff. I'm not even paying attention to anything going on. Now maybe I should sometimes, I don't know, but then that takes the fun out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Sally Hansen Instant Coffee and do the rest of her and be back. Okay, I also was hoping that that piece of green was gonna show up for that pumpkin's mouth, but I don't guess it did. But this one is finished. I don't know why she looks like she has a black eye. We're just gonna ignore that. That's okay. And this one also finished. Okay, we're gonna do this one's little boots in that green color. Okay, and let's do her little outfit in that same black sparkle. So I don't think I'm going to want this as opaque as I did the cauldrons because I want that, the bling to come through better. Okay, and for that cloud, I just took some more of that iridescent color, and I'd already finished her, the rest of her with that Sally Hansen color. Okay, so this one has a book, so I'm taking Paparazzi and Simply Lovely for that. And because her hat was already a solid black from the pickup, she didn't get the that color. So I'm going to do that for her outfit. I need to see what this is real quick. I'm going to try to look at this on the camera. I feel like it kind of helps pull it in more for me. There's something here. Is this a cat? Okay, I think that is a cat. So I'm glad I did not color that in. So I'm mixing these two colors I've already used for that cat. Also, thank you friends for letting me know how incredibly wrong I was on trying to say what the name of that polish was in the birth month mani, because yeah, I couldn't figure that out for anything, and you guys were like, oh, that's da 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 da, and yep, you pretty sure y'all got it correct. That makes so much more sense. Okay, what is this thing here? Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, so for this one, I added some green to that pumpkin's eyes and mouth. I'm adding the same green for whatever is in the cauldron here. Is it cauldron or cauldron? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do it for this thing too. It's like a little potion thing. Okay, for that fire under the pit and that little flame on that candle there, I'm going to Paparazzi Dandelion Buzz. It also has some little wood pieces under it. I'm looking to see if there are any more. I'm doing the same color for the bottom portion of this broom, and then the upper portion I'm going to use Sally Hansen Central Bark, which is that darker tone of brown, which is this one. I'll do that off camera and be back. I'm doing the same orange tone for this pumpkin that I did on the others. I'm taking Simply Lovely for this skeleton candle. So I decided to go ahead and do these other potions in the strap on her hat in that same green. I'm going to go ahead and do parts of her dress in Simply Lovely because it looks like an apron. And I'm trying to decide here. Just do it on that portion. I'm going to do her hat and maybe even the rest of her outfit in that same plum color I've used. I know like a lot of people actually prefer the monocle stampers. What do you prefer? This is literally, I think, the first time I've ever reverse stamped on one. Okay, I've done the rest of her dress in that color, and I'm going to do her boots in Central Bark. Get a little bit of that off. Okay, I did the pumpkin stem in Central Bark, and I did the rest of her, except for her hair, in Instant Coffee. So for the rest of the potion bottles, like around them, I'm going to Color Vibe in Lunar. This is from Dollar Tree, and you cannot see it on camera, but it actually has a purple tint to it. It is so pretty. If you don't have it, get it. Okay, I'm pulling in Kenny Moyo 938. for where it says Witch's Brews. This one I'm probably going to be doing a lot of tapping to try to prevent it from smearing the black polish under it. And then I'll go through and kind of get it better around. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've also done that color on that ruffle area right here. So now I'm going back to that other iridescent color for the windows. Get a little bit more on the from the brush here. I wonder if her door's supposed to be glass or not. I'll think about that one. Also, that's the difference between these two. Okay, I did her hair in that same brown tone as earlier. I finished off the top portion of the cauldron with the same color because there was a piece missing. Or not missing, but waiting to finish. So I'm going to take this, one of the Kanimoyo colors I used earlier, and do around the windows on these little brick things. Oh, I just dipped in the wrong polish. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, I can. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of her store in new color 912. And I'll start it with you and then finish off camera. Still not going to do her door area just yet. Okay, so I will finish this and be back. Real quick, let me show you guys some of these colors I was looking at. This is Druid's Dance. That looks really pretty. I was looking at this one, Boogie Down, but I kind of decided maybe I don't have to have that one. I really like this one. I'm not even going to try to say this one. This one, Disco Dust. Rhinestone Rodeo. Dream Closet, because I love pink. And that's just the ones I didn't delete already. And then I was like, oh, now I want to go back and look at them again. I kid you not. And I was looking at this one from Painted Polish. Never even heard of them till the other day on Instagram. And I like that color because it's pink. Okay, I could go on and on. Enough of that. I just wanted to share with you. Okay, so I did go ahead and color in her, around her door area in this color. Okay, so we'll look at her, but I'm going to tell you what, I am disappointed in something. What is this? Okay, I could see this line in there. It's just something with the stamper. It's not all going to fit on there, but if I chose to do that the little one, it was going to be too little. You really can't even see it. Let me show you, like there. You would be able to see it on shorter nails, but I feel like for these tips, I don't know, maybe I should have. Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't. So I'm not putting it on just yet, but I'm just going to show you. I think I'm going to have to choose. I'm going to have to choose a side, guys. What side do we want? I mean, I could do it in the middle. And just whatever gets on there, gets on there. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, I decided we're going to do matte top coat. That's applied. We're going to put flying one on here. Having to work fast because I'm also going to apply the cauldron at the bottom. was something apparently on the stamper right there. I'll have to fix that in a minute. So I'm kind of looking. It sort of took away from that middle section. Also, real quick, we're going to liven up this cauldron. So I'm going to take some of that green just on my brush, because on the pickup, because that part is solid, it made it be in the black. So I'm going to just apply some green. Also, looking at it on the picture, has some coming off the side, but I can't see it on here, so I'm trying to find it. Because sometimes, you know, when you place, they're kind of turns it backwards. Okay, I can see because I'm comparing those squiggles, so it's supposed to be on this side. Alright, there's that one. Okay, so I decided to swap to shiny, so I'm using this one to apply. And I think on these two, they're going to go to the bottom because they look too random to be up. Okay, I apologize. I had to go ahead and get this one placed off camera. So let me look at this one that's still matte and kind of see, because I can always go back over it in the shiny. Yeah, I think I will, because I just feel like it hides that shiny too much, or that iridescent too much. Okay, get this one on here, just get what we can. I'm going to concentrate on the middle portion. Oh, it got most of that one on that side. Okay, so we're missing, use my finger. Not nails falling off per usual. So it's gonna miss the pumpkin, part of the pumpkin and part of that broom. There it goes again, falling off. But I'm going to let that set a minute. I can tell it's not ready for me to peel, and then I'll tend to that. Okay, so this portion made it on, and only a tiny pinch of that pumpkin didn't make the broom on there, but I still have this pumpkin, so I guess that can make up for that. Okay, so I'm gonna end up, I still have this broom too. It's not gonna work where I wanted it, so I'm actually just gonna put it with this one. It's not quite ready yet, so I have to wait. Okay, so let me do the pumpkin first. We'll go ahead and do the pumpkin to the bottom since those other two are at the bottom. And then I'm just going to kind of, I guess, tilt the broom. Let me see which way I want it. Yeah, I'll do it that way. And it's okay, they're overlapped a little bit. That's alright. Wouldn't have had to add the broom, but I just wanted to. Okay, so we have our witch's brews. It sounds like I'm saying it like a bruise, like you get a bruise on your on your skin, but it's brews, like B-R-E-W-S. So originally I was gonna put that broom with her, but it just wasn't gonna work the way I wanted, because I felt like I said earlier, putting her up, it just kind of didn't look right because you don't see the bottom of her, you only see the top. And the same with this one. I just felt like she looked better towards the bottom. Plus, since that one's flying, it's kind of like, makes sense that she's in the air and they're not. I do wish I could have made those, the pumpkin and the broom show up on this one, but that's okay. I guess I should go with the smaller image next time. So I may try that because I do have one more to do for that one. You could add sayings or whatever up here if you wanted. So I did go ahead and add that shiny coat to this image. I do like that better because it does make the iridescent show up more. And I do like the added green instead of leaving it the way it was. You can only see those sparkles in it a little bit. Oh, you can see it better in this one. See the sparkles right there. So that was so fun. I do hope you enjoyed. I greatly appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much. I'll list the Maniology products and the name of the plate that I used from Pretty Fingers by Robin in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day, my friends. Bye.